Oh, don't you just hate it when your favorite K-drama gives you the worst possible ending, leaving you feeling cheated, disappointed, and given no closure at all? Here are 10 of the worst K-drama final episodes. Snowdrop. People from all over the world became quickly interested in Snowdrop after learning that Jisoo from Blackpink and Jung Hae-in were both cast members. Can y'all blame them? And many of us were eagerly anticipating the premiere of the show after seeing the trailers. Despite having a stellar cast, the show often generated controversy. Many others perceived it as a historical distortion or a downplaying of a significant period in the nation's history because of its context. The writer Yoo Hyun-mi also received a lot of criticism for her selection of sources for character inspiration. Because of how serious the entire plot is, viewers were forced to feel even more depressed by the time the series ended. Suho and Young-ro's love tale is heartbreakingly epic since their situation makes it impossible for them to stay together. Because of the tension and impossibility of their situation, viewers so wanted for the two to find happiness, which is why the finale upset them so much. Maybe there's a world where the two will be together again. 25-21. Talk about creating a stir at its end. This K-drama had a fantastic story, outstanding performances, and even higher hopes for a happy resolution, just for all that to come crashing down. As one of the most eagerly awaited dramas of 2022, it starred Kim Tae-ri, Nam Joo-hyuk, Bona, Choi Hyun-wook, Lee Joo-myung, among others. Well, for starters, the main couple's story doesn't have a happy end. The majority of the drama is spent revisiting Hee-do and Yi-jin's past together, fostering fans' adoration for the couple and their love story. Which is why fans' disappointment when the couple splits up in the last episode is totally understandable. If the drama spent so much time focusing on their love story, seeing it all destroyed at the end is almost unbearable. Look, open endings aren't necessarily a terrible thing, but after falling in love with such an enthralling love story between two individuals, it left fans with a bad taste in their mouths. We needed closure. Cheese in the Trap. Based on the webtoon of the same name, Cheese in the Trap starred Kim Go-eun, Park Hae-jin, Song Kang-joon, and Lee Sung-kyung. The two have a rocky and awkward beginning to the relationship. Fans found it even more confusing when Baek In-ho, the second lead, was deemed more endearing than Jung. The problematic end of the Cheese in the Trap stems from the issue of open endings, just like 25-21. Not only are the main characters not shown together, which wasn't something that many people wanted, but there are also several sequences that leaves us with nothing but disappointment. Many people didn't like how Jung and Sol ended their relationship in the last episode. Plus, the episode then flashes forward 3 years, but they're still apart, and we see Sol continuing to send emails to Jung that are going unread. What's the point of that? And what might make the finale worse, you ask? We see that one of Sol's emails to Jung eventually gets read at the very end of the finale episode. Jung then starts to yell for Sol. But wait, that's it. That's really how the K-drama ends. Fans got a disappointing breakup as well as a bizarre flash forward to an unhappy future when nothing has changed from the beginning. You're left wondering why there was a flash forward in the first place if it was just going to finish that way. Moon Lover Scarlet Heart Ryeo. Moon Lover Scarlet Heart Ryeo has been one of the most talked about historical K-dramas since its release in 2016. The love stories were wonderful, but the performances were even better. This K-drama, which starred Lee Jung-gi, Kang Ha-nul, and IU, was bound to leave an impression on viewers. With each new episode, the full narrative, a complicated web of feelings and political concerns, becomes increasingly clear. Like any other story or drama, if it concludes with a character waking up from a dream and discovering that nothing they dreamed of actually occurred, it makes the entire plot seem pointless. Are our feelings a joke to you? It's like the show goes on a 1.5x speed-up setting after Hesu's passing. Astrologer Ji-mong finally informs the king that he believes Hesu was from another planet. Even if their worlds are not related, the fourth prince swears he will still find her. Ha-jin wakes up in the 21st century from the most vivid dream she has ever had and eventually discovers it was all in fact real. She finally starts crying in front of a photographer of the fourth prince, and what do you know? The end. Overall, even though fans loved this drama, they all felt that the ending tried to cover too many topics but ran out of time and gave us nothing. Crash Landing on You. This might come as a bit of a surprise to you. Look, it may not necessarily have a disappointing end like the ones on the list, but it still leaves viewers wanting much more from the show. This K-drama has a lot to absorb, with Seri seeking refuge in North Korea, Jung-hyuk fighting to defend Seri even after she's back in South Korea, and the political tensions. As we said, crash landing on Yu's finale isn't necessarily negative in the way you'd anticipate. There are no huge unanswered questions, the pair doesn't officially part forever, and nothing feels hurried. Instead, the end feels a little bittersweet. If we're being honest, fans knew that the ending they received was the best possible result. They know they can't be together in either of the nations, so the couple isn't really together, but they do get to see each other for a few weeks per year on neutral territory. But are we so wrong to want more? We expected the two to remain together forever, so the ending was disappointing and bordered on being a poor one. Hotel de Luna. From being the highest rated television dramas of the year to giving us a heartbreaking ending, damn, what a journey. Hotel de Luna emerged as one of the most watched Korean dramas of 2019, but the show's last episode left viewers wanting more, many unsatisfied with it, and some even referred to it as a tragic ending. You see, people wanted the two leads to get together, but the plot just wouldn't allow it. De Luna was merely a resting place for ghosts before death. It only seems logical that Jang Man-woo would leave De Luna, right? But hey, this is all fictional, and whatever happened to making your viewers happy? What Happened in Bali. What Happened in Bali boasts one of the most unexpected endings of all K-dramas and is probably one of the most startling endings ever. Being a makjang, the series is incredibly dramatic and emotional with a compelling love triangle at its center. Murder, blood, jealousy, and wrath are all there in the finale, which results in a dramatic and violent conclusion. Honestly, when it comes to a dramatic finale, there aren't many K-dramas that can match this one. But really, everyone had to end up dying? Missing 9. How could the writers do us like that? Okay, so the last episode didn't have a kiss. What did we get instead? There was literally nothing that made any sense, which made fans question whether the team gave up after seeing the dismal ratings. Choi Tae-ho had access to this entire large street to commit murders, and when he's eventually found guilty of murder, why does he start hanging out with all the people he spent the first half of the series trying to kill? Make it make sense, please. $1 Lawyer. Even though the culmination of Ji-hoon's terrible past is intended to be in this final plot arc, the writers managed to butcher it. It isn't horrible or poorly played, it's just too predictable. It was painful to witness the short-lived romance between Ji-hoon and Joo-young since it was doomed from the start. And it would have been more effective to engage the audience with comedy. Unfortunately, despite their heroic efforts to return the drama to its roots, the foolishness happening behind the scenes cannot be hidden. Uncontrollably fond. Now for the ending that pierced through our heart and left us in tatters. Fans were shocked and moved to tears by the show's end, but then it was expected. Still didn't hurt any less. We see Jun-young is with Naul as he comes to the end of his life. After he places his head on her shoulder, Naul knows he's dead. Then we see her looking at a poster of him in the very last scene, kisses it, and says, "See you tomorrow, Jun-young." Emotionally scarred forever. Let us know in the comments which K-drama ending you hated the most.